an opportunity that we can't pass on.
Papa e te patitiri, hiko te wīra, i kanapu ki te rangi, ngapetu ki raro rā, rūwana te whenua, rūwana te poiuka rui, rūwana te papatākro nei. Mai remu taka taino atu rā ki pukeari ki ka tatu atu rā ki tēnei papatākro ara ko Fraser. Tēnā koutou katoa, tauti mai.
Kia ora, welcome to Fraser Ballpark for day number 3 of the 2025 Softball New Zealand Secondary Schools Division 1 boys. It is St Patrick's College Silverstream taking on St Peters of Auckland. And it is the quarterfinal. The winner of this going through the semi. So it all starts here to work towards Championship Friday. St Peters started off with Ransfield gets the walk. He's safe on first base. And at the moment, it's their second batter, Elijah Blackall. Damien Collins with the play-by-play for Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting and calling the colour. And today, in the booth with me today, coming in on debut as well, isn't it? Edu Peranihi.
Tēnā tātou, tēnā koe Damien o tira koutou. Very privileged to be here. We would say te huko o te riri tēnei. We're at the business end.
Pick-off attempt there from Harry Muir behind the dish for St Patrick's Silverstream. With runs forward getting the steal. And there'll be one down as well with the strikeout. We're just getting our bearings. We're getting into it. First day on the stream for us. But it is day 3 of this competition. So important to end the year with these ones. Our future of the sport. And it might just be a week off school for some of them, but there are some awesome softballers that had a hell of a season so far and looking to put the exclamation mark to finish it on the high. Tyrone Robinson on the hill for Stream has done that, had a season. We'll get to know that throughout the game. And a lot of these boys throughout both of these teams.
Rono atu rā, kua whakawhaiti hea te kurunga o tērā pōro I roto I te kaipatu rā.
Yep. 2-0.
Ko tēnei te wahanga pēo te kēmu, ka whāwha haere me te ki, just feeling things out at the moment. Ko te tukunga whakamutunga I tūtaki ai rāua, the last time they met, of course, it was the Aucklanders. St Peters College that prevailed their last. But, you don't really take much from that as well because this is the business end and these are the games that matter, the games that count.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Didn't have my traditional water in front of me and got dry. Oh, good shot just over the head of Walters at second base. That's going to score the first run of St Peters.
Ka mutu pēr ngā mahi a hato pētara. Ko tukuna atu rā ki te mokoa maui, o mātou.
Boston Allen finding that no man's land. Every hitter wants and every pitcher hates. Caleb Duffy into bat now. Sees the first pitch go through the zone for the strike called. Duffy, the catcher for the St. Peters. Up out of the zone, takes the count to 1-1.
I don't know what you rā, he timatanga pai tēnei mā hato pētara. Kua whai kuru, kua whai omanga, ara ko te kotahi, ko te kore.
It's a great day down here at Fraser Park, the original home of softball. Division 1, St. Patrick's College Silverstream won this just a couple years ago down in Christchurch Dynasty Ballpark. And last year's winners, Westlake Boys, can Stream do it again? Or is St. Peter's going to add some more silverware to their softball trophies from out the years? Early days yet, but it all starts with the quarterfinals here to book those places. Two traditionally strong sides. Oh, we've got a cleats change, and those look really familiar. Yep, they sure do. Jordan 12s.
Pai ki o te kite kua, kua whakamahana tia. Was watching just before the match and had a bit of a warm-up, and one of the, ko te pānga hoki o era, he mea te whakahirahira, and it's very important too in terms of getting right for the game mentally. Āhine ngaro, wairua, tinana no hoki.
Absolutely. Yeah, Tyrone Robinson on the hill in those size 14 Jordan 12s. I know because of the mine. There's not many kids I'd let pitch in my cleats, I tell you that much. I do love those cleats.
Ka pai hoki koe pai, if I want to come out of retirement, I know who to get some cleats from.
You know where they are.
Tēnā koe matua.
Oh, maybe they didn't. Don't blame the. That's a hell of a hit. There goes Sweet over left field. Does Duffy. He's a player behind the dish for a reason. And he's leading the St. Peter's side with a huge shot to left field. Hitting the back fence, corrugated iron on the full.
Aira, ko tukuna ki tua o te taiapara. Cracked that over the fence, and wow, towards the fence. And
clean. Just got all of it sweetly as soon as it came off, gone. Caleb Duffy adds another couple runs to the St. Peter's total. They got an early 3-0 lead over Stream. We'll get to know how the system works here, because you can drop a game in this round, but you've got to get that second chance, whereas the winner will go through and take on number 1 this afternoon. Both Division 1 boys and Division 2, as well as the girls, are here this week at Fraser Park. Off-speed pitch from Robinson, fouled away.
he mea whakahira, he mea nui tina me pēhea to hoki mātu I tērā. How do you bounce back from plays like that as well? As a pitcher, there's a lot obviously going through that mind, but I've been impressed so far with the 2 pitches.
Yeah. It's it's just one of those things throughout the game, eh? You know, they get some hits and they don't, and you can't knock that hit. I mean, it's straight through the zone, and he got all of it, sending it straight over left field, like pretty clean. But first innings, long way to go in this ball game.
Hau tō rawa atu rā ana mahi I tēnei wā ana karawhiunga.
My good eyes in there, leaving that one on the outside for the 2-2. Muir sets up on the outside.
Ina hoki rā, ko rangi tūhāhā ke engari, ko te ahua nei, ko puta ki tērā whira taha o ngā Phoenix Juniors.
Yes, yes.
E prakatia hi nei, the academy here, of course. amongst other multi-sports here at Fraser Park.
Swung on a miss on the inside. Goes down off the glove of Muir, but he makes sure getting it over to Miokia at first base for the second outs. And that will reset the side here after giving up 3 runs in this first. It's now 2 out. On the outside, gets fouled away. Tom Fisher, the designated player, coming in. Wasn't actually aware you could have a designated player at schools or age groups, but there you go. If anyone would know, it'd be Coach Kalassi, well-known name in softball circles around New Zealand.
Nara ko hopu kia.
Eddie Kalassi, of course, the ex-Black Sox coach at one stage and former player. And just to add to the knowledge out there, he's got Brett McKenzie on third base as well. Great pitch there from Robertson. Will send his boys back into the sheds to have a swing, but not before St. Peter's start off with a hiss and a roar. They lead this one 3-0 through a huge shot from Caleb Tufty. It's great running and hitting from Rinsfield. We'll be back with the bottom of the first right after this.
Hoki mai anō koutou ki tēnei o ngā papatākaro ki te awa kairangi ko te whakataetai poiuka mō ngā kura tuarua tēnei o te motu. Tēnei rā ko te huka o te riri. Nau mai.
Kia ora and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the bottom of the first. We're just getting started here at Fraser number 1, Sorensen Field, for day number 3 of the Secondary Schools Boys Division 1. St. Peter's starting exactly how you want to start a ball game, by adding 3 runs to the scoreboard right off the bat. Pun intended. But it is Silverstream's reply, and, you know, this side has the goods. They are Hutt Valley reps from start to finish. A few of them winning the Under-17 national title here in January. And we'll get to know all of them throughout the matchup. But the lead-off batter for St. Patrick's College Silverstream is Harry Muir, the catcher. On the hill, number 99, Ashlyn Nisbet. Whenever I see 99 on the back, I always think of Charlie Sheen and Wild Major League, but I'm sure that's a movie none of these kids will have ever heard of.
Whakaaro ake au kia Jay-Z.
Oh, problems, for sure.
Ah, no.
You feel like you've got a few out there when you're on the hill by yourself. You just got to remember these 8 players around you, ready to do all the fielding. Fouled away from Ewart. From the Hutt City United Club. Nisbet goes up out of the zone for the walk, and Muir doing his job as a leadoff, getting on base. And that's going to bring to bat the left fielder, Jacoby Marino. I've just got Kobe on my team list, but I'm pretty sure it's Jacoby.
Of course, ngō rongonui tērā, Marino. Very famous name amongst the Hutt Valley.
Indeed, indeed. Yes, I'm sure they'll be all watching this one. Coach Crispy. Oh, sorry, Chris Stephenson. Just having a quick chat with his batter. Muir, he'll take second on the pass ball.
Pai, ka pai hoki tērā whana ko I taua kau tākaro rā. Te ako nei kei te rarua, kei te rapu ia I ana pūkenga I roto I tērā, rā ka pai hoki tērā.
Marino, the lefty batter, squares up for the bunt, and that just goes off the back of the bat there as well. Takes the count to 1-1.
Tērā pia te wawata I roto I te kaiapa a Nisbet. Kia kore rawa ea. E pana iti.
Foul back from Marino. Sorry, just getting the... 2-2 count now. Outside, called strike, get in that corner. Leon Shiup does love to call that corner.
Ai rā, kua poitiki here.
Into bat now, Cruz Maui Kia, the first baseman from Stream. Harry Muir still on second base, one down here in the bottom of the first. Inside pitch gets Maui Kia swinging.
Ka tahi anō a Nisbet, ka kimi here tērā, whakawhiunga pai tērā, epanga pai, finding his rhythm there.
Yeah, working with the catcher, finding out what the umpire's calling. Hitting your spots if you can. Caleb Dufty with that big shot in the first. It's definitely know a catcher to hit a ball. Now Kia fouls away the bunt.
Anei pia te rautaki perhaps their strategy to bunt. Kia patuiti, kia taia e Muir te haere ki te papatua toru to get to third base.
That's an important part of the game plan these days. Just being able to move the runner, and Marikia swings away, that will go foul. One ball, two strikes. He's swinging away here. Of course, not being able to bunt on that third strike. Well, you can, it's just got to go and play, you know. If it don't, you're gone. Coaching staff of St. Patrick's Stream. Oh, let's go to the umpires. Liam Stewart behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. On first base, Robert Jones. And on third base, Brodie Donald. And the official scorer for this one from the Manawatu, Ellison Kingsington. Brodie Donald must be only about 16 still. Out of second net. Popped up does Mauikia, and Boston Allen, the shortstop, makes light work of that one for the second outs.
Ai rei, tukuna ki te rangi tū haha tōna mana ko engari. Ko hopu kena.
2 out here. Mauikia is going to take his place on second with the 2 down catcher rule, so Harry Muir can go and suit up to catch another innings. And into bat is the pitcher, Tyrone Robinson. Of course, he's got to do a cleat change. He can pitch in metal cleats on this diamond here at Fraser Park, but he cannot bat in metal cleats. So no metal cleats allowed on this diamond. So a pitcher has to change them every time they bat.
Nā rā kei te tiro kei runga I te papa toru. Ara ko te tikauma pitu no Hato Patariki, a cruise Maui Kia. Tata atu nei runga I te papa toru.
Yeah, Maui Kia on third. Robinson in the box. Leaves that outside for the ball. That will take the count 2-1. But, you know, in saying that, some kids can pitch in molds. Routine ground out there, down third base. Will retire the side, leaving one runner on. They won't score, so the score will remain 3-0 here with one complete. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right after these.
Get the Māori Plus app. Download now on Google Play or the App Store with exclusive viewings and 100% ad-free.
Quite like top tier.
Watch us anywhere, anytime. Make Māori Plus your mate and stream now.
I'm Trevor Johnson and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start. Built by my great-grandfather.
Hoki mai anō ki te whakataetai poiuka a motu ki te Wakairangi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The shot of Avalanche Studios. Well, what used to be is still a little bit in the background there, but of course, it's going to be world famous in Lower Hutt apartments. But you can't miss it. You know one thing when I was overseas? No hills, so I lost my sense of direction. In the Hutt Valley, you can always tell where you are by either the Avalanche Studios or the hills.
Exactly. I always remember what now when it was there.
Oh, absolutely.
That's my generation. Is it
Absolutely.
Tamaitik or what now?
Well, St. Peters are into bat now, and they lead this game 3 runs to 0. But it's early days, top of the second, 0-2 count. On our lead-off, Gabriel Cobb, the right fielder. Swung on a miss for the strikeouts.
Ai, kua mi ere tia ia.
And now another pitcher versus pitcher battle.
Robinson kia Nisbet. Tēnei te pakanga, tēnei te tukinga. Pai te epatanga tuatahi Robinson. Kei runga tērā I te papa.
Oh, you always want to have that little thing over them. Zach McGruin in the right field. Boy's got some wheels when he gets going. Scored that all-important run on opening night against Mags to win the game 1-0 on the squeeze play. Little Reed Doherty putting it down perfectly.
I don't know what to rā, I tukuna ki te rangi tū ha, engari haumaru rā.
Leron Nusi out in centre field. Robinson tries to go low and inside. Just gets away from the glove of Muir. We'll just set this fielding lineup for this St. Pat's side. In a right field is Zach McGruin. Centre field, Leron Unusi. In at left field, Jacoby Marino. And the hot corner third base is Jordan Thurston. In the middles, shortstop is Quinlan Walters, and his brother Sakil is in at second base, Sakil Walters. And at first base is Cruz Mauikea. Behind the dish, Harry Muir, and on the hill, Tyrone Robinson. That's why they call it the hot corner, because when it gets smashed down here, it can do just that. Good hard hit ball.
Te painga hoki o tērā kurunga ki taha maui. Ai, tika ana. Nā ko tai e ki te papa tuatahi. I don't know what tu rā tērā paka ngā iti o anga nui ngā kaiwhakawhiu. Hoi anō.
First offering to Joshua Kelly, the left fielder, is a called strike. Inside for the ball, takes the count 1-1. Coach McKenzie gives his batter and his runner a call. Surely you don't see in your picture. Why not, actually? Coach Stephenson comes out to have a talk to Stuart. Good to see my top fits him. Got all my clothes out there.
Surprised you still fit your tops.
No, I'm still one of those stupid people that go and play rugby once a year at 40 for the old boys game against St. Pat's Town. It's always a great day. Get 10 minutes on the field and then catch up with the boys that you spent so many school years with. And that's part of our old boys kit. Yes, of course, we have merch. Gots to. But no, very proud of my roots, and this is my old school. But St. Peter's is pretty special to me as well. It was where I was going to go when I was living in Auckland until we moved here. And even that man, Brett McKenzie, has an indelible mark on my junior softball. So good to see him out there coaching for St. Peter's with the one and only Eddie Collassi as well. Gotta love the stories of the old softball park, right? We all know your family.
We will not get into that. If whāngai kia, no. I have very fond memories here at Fraser, back when the old grandstand used to be in front of the Avalon Club Rooms. It was
Too soon. The two diamonds next to each other, beautiful.
Yep.
She's definitely changed over the years, but at least we're still here for now. Two out here, still the runner on. Nisbet, the pitcher, surely he goes in. They realise to take the pitcher off from doing the base running with two down. Each to their own. We're over the lead off. Oliver Rinsfield. What's that writing?
I think there might be choppers. Nā chopper e nā tuhinga anu rawa atu.
runs runs field. Scored the first run in this ball game, getting on base through a walk. He's moved the runner already. Robinson takes some speed off that one for the ball outside. One ball, two strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Now the top of the zone will leave with the count 2-2.
Atu I tērā patunga, apart from that one pitch, I've been really impressed with Tyrone Robinson since bouncing back from that, and I said it an innings ago, but he's really tightened up that line.
Trying to go up top again. They will load the count 3-2. Yeah, he works hard, this kid. He recently named in the Junior Black Sox under-18 side, New Zealand under-18 side. And he gets him looking on the strikeout called. And that will retire the side, leaving one runner on. Their pitcher of all people. But St. Peter still lead this 3-0. We'll be back with the bottom of the second.
Sport is about more than just a game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I'm Trevor Johnson and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
Tauti mai anō, aki tēnei o ngā whakatai poiuka mō ngā kura tuarua o Aotearoa. Tēnā tātou.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Fraser Park. It's the bottom of the second with the match up here between St. Peter's College in Auckland and St. Patrick's College Silverstream here in the Hutt Valley. They'll check that with Brodie Donald on third base saying yes he did. Zach McGruin into bat now, the right fielder for Stream. I'm shocked to see there's no holes in his pants already. Man, that kid goes through some gear, mate. Loves the slide.
Tērā pēhe Waimarietanga, maybe it's a good luck.
Oh, yeah, got to play in those. Well, it's a good Catholic game we got going on. Got to have some holy pants. We're growing out.
Actually, looking at this little wee space that we've got here commentating, I think majority of us were from Catholic schools.
What happened? No. Time call for the second baseman to do up his shoes. Into bat now, Jordan Thurston, the third baseman. Recently had his first men's club nationals in Christchurch at the ripe old age of 16, 17. of course, I talk about St. Pat's Stream, of course, as my old school, but it's never been one of the softball schools of one to watch, not like a St. Peter's over the years, who have had a number of Black Sox come out through their great their system, of course, like I've already mentioned, Brett McKenzie in there with Eddie Kalassi, but some of the names, one of the best to do it.
Nate Nukunuku, or
Absolutely.
the Nukunuku boys.
Absolutely.
Of course, the Nukunuku boys have whānau close by here in Stokes Valley, and
Yeah, they do. I coach one of the nephews, Aiden. Rangi's boy. But yeah, Nate, one of the best to ever do it. Recently scored a 6th national, 12th national club title with Ramblers. Not bad. Not bad, Knox. But of course, this is his old school, St. Peter's, Auckland. Thomas Cameron as well was another one that went there. Now playing in the Hutt Valley. And mentoring a few of these Hutt City boys. Quinlan Walters, small in stature, but the boy can ball out. He's got big brother behind him. Zakil has taken to coaching this year. Unfortunately, he couldn't play due to an injury, but good to see him out there again. Ooh. Quinlan takes that like a champ and heads down to first base.
ai ko te painga o tērā, kua ki te papa tuatahi, kua ki te papa tuarua, aha ko te aha.
Well, big brother's in to avenge him now. Two great kids, the Walters, with family ties to this ballpark through Avalon Rugby as well.
Koina, ko whanako hia ngā papa e rua, no reira ko tai ki te papa tuatoru, ko tai a Quillan ki te papa tuarua.
Yeah, runners on 3-2. Outside the zone, called ball. Quinlan looks down to Stephenson for his call. Don't rub it, Quinny. He'll be sweet. Up the top. We'll give him a hitter's count here. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he swing? Love seeing some of these kids get a plum pitch on a 3-0 and give it a whack. Usually you just take your chances, see if it's a ball, see if it's a strike. He's always going to call it. 3-1.
Yeah. Pai hoki rā Nisbet. Mana mahi nei epa kia tukuna tērā poitikaha.
The battery here, Nisbet with a hard shot. Doing it on both sides. Off the glove of Dufty. And St. Pat's will score their first run. Zakil sees second base open. He'll scamper from home to second with little brother Quinlan at third. Jordan Thurston coming in with the slow-mo into home.
Ai rei, kite ia I tērā manakotanga. Saw his chance, nā reira kua tukuna, ara kua eke a hato patariki ki runga I ngā tatauranga, kua whai omanga ko te kotahi.
Stream on the board now. Both coaches having a quick kōrero with their teams. And you see here, just going off the glove. So Zakil gets out of the way pretty quickly. He runs to first. Jordan Thurston sliding into home to score the opening run for Stream. Walters sees second base wide open, so takes that. And now we have 2 Walters in scoring position here for St. Pat's Stream.
Ai, nā runga anō I ēnā ka piki ake te maia. You can always grow confidence on that too once you get on the board. But i tino ki te wanga i te korenga o te ekinga, and you can always overcome that by getting home. Well done to Jordan Thurston, ka pai hoki ana mahi.
It really can produce some confidence. And they almost looked identical of what just happened. The first base getting in his hurdling skills by jumping over the sliding runner.
Ai rā, i rua ngā tatau, i rua ngā amenity. 2 runs in the space of 2 minutes.
It is a confidence game, you know. It can create momentum out of nowhere, and then it just happens, you know. Down the zone, they try the pick off at third. Sakil Walters still there.
Ai rā, ki te rawatia tēnei mahi, saw the opportunity and tukuna.
How about that shot from Reece Duncan? Because Broadcast Arts is in the house. Just one of those things we add here at Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. Leron Onisian to bat now. Year 10, I think. Still got a few years left in this competition for this team. I don't actually think they lose much for the next year. Called strike.
2-1 i runga i te pai ko Leron Onese.
And he leaves that for a called strike out. Goes back into the dugout via Coach Stephenson. But that's 2 out with the tying run on third base. And that's going to bring to bat the top of the shop, the catcher, Harry Muir. He knows the importance of this at-bat. They won't want to leave another one on. You'd rather tie a game in the bottom of the second because you don't have 7 innings to play with in this game. You've got an hour and a half, 90 minutes, done and dusted, no extras. Harry Muir squares up, leaves that through the zone for the strike called. Nisbet launches back. Down and on inside, takes the count to 2-1.
Nei rā te here a St. Peter's, Hatu Petera. Kia wipua te huariri, kia tukuna anō te mahi kaikuru.
Through the zone and smash to the hot corner. That will score Walters to tie this ball game with Harry Muir safe on first base.
Ka pai hoki rā e rā mahi a Harry Muir. I mōhio ia kei te papatua toru tōna hoa a rā. Ko Zakil Walters I runga I te papatua rua. Nā, I whai kuru ia. Kua tukuna atu rā, kua pāhi I taua tangata rā. Nā, hoki ia ki te hau kāinga.
Jacoby Marino into bats now. The left fielder with the runner in, Harry Muir's going to go and suit up to do some more catching. Leron's out there to do the running. Marino sees that first pitch through the zone for the strike called. Outside for the 1-1. Not a bad runner to send out there and do the running for the 2-down catcher rule. Leron's got some wheels out there once he gets going. Good league player as well, this kid. Smashed up through the middle. Oh, great glove work there from Boston Allen to get there in the zone. Good range and just puts his foot on second base, but not before St. Patrick's College Silverstream. They put 3 on the board and they tie this one as we go to the top of the third. It's 3 runs apiece.
Tauti mai anō ki te papatākaro o Sorensen. No roto o te awa kairangi ko te whakataetai ā-motu ko te poiuka mo ngā kura tuarua ko tēnei te whiringa whānui. Arā te huka, te huka o te riri.
Yeah, Sorensen Field is a famous name around here in the Hutt Valley. This diamond was renamed that last season. And a number of the diamonds around here, Diamond 2 is now Shaw Field. Through all the work of the Shaw family, especially Naomi over the years. And of course, Bill Massey, Terry Nuns on Diamond 3. Joe Sherry down at Diamond 6, the old Marist. Looking for names for Diamond 4 and 5. Well, we're into it. Top
Diamond.
Oh, no. We're into the top of the third. We've got about 50 minutes played in this one. Of course, time limit games until, might actually be right through it. Usually the finals at least 7. Might be different in schoolboys. We'll have to check how they're working it, what format they got. But of course, what we do know is that a winner goes on to a certain game, and then the second place team has a bit of a hard road ahead, but still could make things happen, maybe.
Right. Kia hua nei kei te tatari a Mags, Mount Albert Grammar, mō te ekinga o tēnei Kēmu. So the winner here will play Mount Albert Grammar this afternoon. And of course, should they not be victorious here today, they'll take on the winner, ko te ekinga Westlake ki Alfriston.
Ooh, should be a matchup. Gets him swinging for the struck out in the first outs. Be remiss of me if I didn't just quick shout out. I know he's not watching, he might be. But we had a quick dog cam, so shout out director. Miss you if you're listening. First out here from Blackwell, going down swinging. So into the shortstop now, who made that awesome play with the third out to retire Stream. Comes into bat now. And then the big home run hitter, Dufty on deck. So Boston Allen scored in the last at bat for hitting that shot into no man's land in between second base and right field. Sun beaming down on Fraser Park today. I mean, naturally a gorgeous day at Fraser Park always. There was a little bit of drizzle on day one, just a tad little, spit, but it wouldn't be a Fraser Park summer tournament without a little bit of rain.
tika tā hau. Kāri tuatu I te awa kairangi mo te rangi paki. Can't beat, well, the hut on a good day.
Can't beat the hut ever.
Nei raro te piti, e rua ngā pōro, e rua ngā pōi tuku.
Robinson launches back and sends it straight through to get Allen swinging. No leaguer in this one. And that will be the second outs. And now the home run hitter, catcher Caleb Duffy.
Waira kātahi te pakanga ko tēnei. Ai, toru ki te toru. Rei rua ngā hinganga a St. Peter's Hato Pētare, ko tai e toi ana.
Sees the first offering for the strike called. Off speed down in the dirt. Duffy, a natural baseballer as well. He's had a couple good years of baseball in Auckland. Multi-sport. Like a lot of these kids, I'm sure. In the New Zealand baseball setup, so that these two probably know each other quite well.
Whānui ki tērā.
Tyrone, as I mentioned earlier, recently named in the Junior Black Sox under-18 New Zealand side, but he's been named in a few New Zealand baseball sides as well. Only diamond sports for this kid. Ooh, tries it.
Ai, me tūpato ki tēnā, he ka mā. No.
I would have swung twice. 3-2 count now. Fouled away. Just to keep it interesting. Another one for the artificial behind us.
Aira, ko tēnei te tino pakanga I oroto tēnei kemu wainganui ngā kapa e rua. Ara, ko Robinson, ko Duffy tērā. Waika hua, waika tohu.
Good little battle here. Fouled off. Almost into the glove of Muir, which would have sent them back to the dugouts.
Tai atu ki tēnei wahanga o te kemu, ko tēnei te tino te kemu o te wānei. Up until this point, this is probably the most exciting that it's going to be.
Duffy would love to stop this roll that Stream has started to get and repeat that big shot to the back corrugated iron. And he sees the change up, fouls that away. Count remains 3-2. Just out of the zone.
And nei rā pia te pakautu.
Caleb Duffy was actually top batter of this tournament last year, so not surprised to hold his own in the batter's box.
Te painga o Duffy ko ona karu. Karu ki te ringa, ko te karu ko te ringa.
Temporary runner will go the running for the catcher, so he can suit up. And that will bring in, oh my, 2 down here in the top of the third. Swung on a miss for strike one. Hitting the hour mark almost in this one. Oh, what? And we got that on Reese's, so surely there's a slow-mo on that. Oh, that was beautiful. 0-2 count. Gets him swing on the outside for the foul.
Aira, kei te koe, muri rā kei te hoki a Alan ki te papa tuatahi. Nā runga no, how many here?
0-2. Robinson gets his call from Muir. And pulls the strings again to get him swinging on the strikeouts. And that will leave the runner on and retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We're tied at 3 apiece.
Tēnā koutou tamariki mā.
Ono mai ki tamariki hā.
Mai mai, ia.
Download Māori Plus. Download it, download it, download it. It's easy. Free. Koriko! Kakawara. Tanuchu. Te Pānakuana. Island of Mystery.
Wangana.
Tuhura. Ono mai ki tamariki hā. Download Māori Plus. Please, Mum.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Take this for example. This wine turret doesn't look very well designed. So we called the tank manufacturer to check. We asked, why is the turret away from the side of the tank? They said, because it's always been that way. So we had to think. What if the turret was next to the catwalk? Sounds good. So that's what we did. Now the wine turret is better designed, better value, easier to use, and safer. I think that deserves a toast. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Hoki mai anō ki tēnei kēmu pōiuka, whakataitai mō ngā kāreti ā motu, ara kua tai ki te wahanga tua toru.
Oh, it's a beautiful place when it's all full. Old Fraser Park. Place I've basically grown up at. Over the last 30 years, played a lot of sport here. 30 plus, actually. And I moved here when I was 10.
Yes, no, this is home to a lot of people, a lot of the softball community here. And
I'm sure a lot of these kids will have good memories after these last 4 days.
remembering the hot dogs, the hot dog kai carts that used to come in.
Sam's Caravan.
There you go.
Yeah, R.I.P. Good man, that one. Tyrant, oh no, Cruz Maui Care gets a shot to right field. They're going to send him to 3. Crispy's going to send him home. Cruz is like, are you sure? And with an in-the-park home run on a great shot, just in the line of play.
Ara, ko whai e ki te papa kāinga, huri rau nei te tapa whā, nā te tukuna o te pōro ki te mokoa ki te taha katau. Ara no atu rā tērā o ngā mahi ana. Maui Care. Well, kei roto I te ingoa te tīwhiri, all in the name.
Well, something's happening here. St. Peter's are disagreeing with something. They think he didn't touch first base. So they're going to chance it, but just getting a great shot. Just getting away from the right fielder into their corner. And once it's behind you out there, you're giving him some running time. And Cruz Maui Care sees Coach Crispy go, are you sure? But sends him anyway in the park home run. And there's Stream take the lead here, 4-3. Tyrone Robertson gets it away from the hot corner to go skipping into first base. With Dad saying, nice work, son. Zach McGruin into bat now, the lefty. He's got some gas, like I said earlier. Nisbet's been pitching a great game here for St. Peter's. Outside on the call. Stuart loves that zone. We should all adjust to it. Ooh. Well, I might have flinched, did you?
No, tukuna ki te rai ki te e.
Every time we're behind a fence, we're glass, like, yeah, there's a distance, and every time.
I feel like the only thing we've got is the monitor screen in this room that obviously you can't see, but...
Robinson at second base now. Down out of the zone, will take the count to 1-1. Oh, the calling that he did go. Brady Donald with the second check. Did he go? And yes, he did, apparently. So he's swinging away now as McGruin. And he does just that, goes down swinging for the strikeouts. And with one down, that's going to bring to bat the third baseman, Jordan Thurston. Swung away and missed. Off the glove of Dufty. We'll get Robinson to third.
Rano atu rā te poitika tuatahi. First strike.
Thurston, another one of the under-17 national winners here in January. Goes swinging low. Owens who count here. Traditionally, Thurston shortens up and punches the ball. Fouls away.
Koina te āhuatanga I puta I ēnei wahanga I rua last couple of innings, ko te harmony, ko te foul.
Another foul ball keeps him in the hunt. Still 0-2. But it'll get him another one at least.
Ai, pai hoki ngā mahi a Nisbet aha ko te aha. I roto I tēnei wahanga o te kēmu.
Donk. They went straight behind us. Usually you wait for the donk on the top of the container.
Noho haumaru tātou, we're nice and safe here in this corrugated iron building. You can see in the shot there just behind us. So I would trust it enough to not have to...
Big fan of this container. We've had it a few years here at Fraser Park. Well, we don't. It's, of course, the councils, but we have had many a broadcast out of it. Another fouled away, still the 0-2 count. But watch out for the Beyond the Dugout caravan getting made this off-season.
Well, first I've heard.
Work in progress for a while. It's one of those things, mate. You just got to do it, right? Plug and play, just turn up.
We really get to the communities of Poyuka of softball around
Absolutely, absolutely. Might even be able to bring back the podcast. Good battle here between Thurston and Nisbet. There's the first ball in about 8 pitches. Thurston just getting himself another one and another one. Sounding like DJ Khaled. Inside. Geordie gets it to 2-2.
Pai tēnā hoki o mai a Thurston. Tino tata ia ki te hinga, engari, kua noho tonu ia. Pai tōna, pai hoki rā tōna manawa nui ki tērā.
What a battle there. 2 early strikes and then like 5 foul balls and then picks up the walk through some disciplined batting. Now runners on the corners. Quinlan Walters up to bat. Quinny puts down the bunt. Just out of the field of play. It's a game of angles, inches, moments.
Pai hoki tērā rautaki Elijah Blockhall, Cardiff or St. Peter's, we see a replay. Kind of see he just patiently waited on that to go out, knowing Tupia to pick that up.
Oh, I've seen it happen the other way, where you wait for it to go out and it doesn't. It's right there. You just let the runner go. 1-1 count. Thurston on first. Robinson on 3. Quinlan was hit by pitch in his last at bat, and then was one of those ones that got to score. Ooh. Yep, strike called. Fouled away for the second out, and I'm sure Walters will change places with Tyrone Robinson at third. And now big brother Sakil into bat now. Really stoked to see this guy playing this week. Had an elbow injury the last couple of years, which kept him on the side. The hell? Quinlan just ran home. I think the squeeze play was on and it wasn't cool. Anyway, that's the third out, but not before. Stream lead this one. 4 runs to 3.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimoana.
So they created legislation, foreshore and CBD.
How can you allow this to happen in the 21st century?
What it is the same old faces, the Ken Mears, the Harawira families, the haters and wreckers.
It's about time we started looking to a new future.
What he can do in 50,000 turn up.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through tough times. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in it. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about.
Nā tau te mai anō, ki te whakataetai poiuka mō ngā kāreti o te roa.
We're back here at Fraser Park, home of many sports, but especially Hutt Valley softball. And you see at the side of that building, Avalon Rugby. I miss our club rooms. Anyways, we're at the top of the fourth. Tyrone Robinson really getting into his work. Found his... You're really getting into his work here.
Ara, ko te tihi o te wahanga tuawhā tēnei. Ara, tuki ai, ara, ko Hato Pētara, St. Peter's College of Auckland. I think for them as well, they really know they're in for a bit of a battle here. And a whāki te toru 4-3 to score, and it'll be a foul. Almost hit over to the other side where the Phoenix, where the Wellington Phoenix are training.
They definitely need a higher net or to train down the other end. St. Peter's definitely have won this competition a few times over the years, dating back to the very first one in 1981. They were the first winners, and a number of times after that, 1990, 99, 2000, 2002, 2003. That sounds like a Nuka Nuka era.
I was thinking it. So
Thomas
there's one
Cameron
name
and
that
whatnot.
comes to mind there.
Yeah.
Nate Nooks and them.
Yep, so they haven't won it for a few years. 2003 was the last time they took home the goods. And they definitely got the goods to do it here in this year. And Stream will be looking to add to their first title that they got in Christchurch just a couple years ago. But that was a stacked Stream side as well. George McCarroll recently signed, committed to a college in America, in Arizona, to play baseball. Zarshaw Wallace has gone on to, he's in the New Zealand under-23s at the moment. So yeah, good little program coming out of Silverstream these days. Traditionally a cricket school.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise a couple of years ago to hear that Stream had won that, e ke tangaro koutou. When you think about that too, traditionally a cricket school.
Well, mate, when I played, it was like 3 softballers, a couple cricketers, a couple tennis players, and a couple guys that just wanted the day off school that could throw heaps. Like, that could catch a ball and throw it like a rugby field. Yep. And now you look at this side here, all Hutt Valley players, all representative, even a couple in the New Zealand system already. So pretty cool.
And they taua tangata no. Ashton Nisbet. Koe nei te kaiapa mō Hato Pētara. Poeke ki te taumata up to the plate.
Kaiapa on to kaiapa. 1-1 count. Two down here in the bottom of the fourth. We're coming up to 80 minutes into this game. Of course, the 90-minute time frame. Takes some speed off that, does Robinson. Sends it on the outside for the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Oh, 2-2 the count, sorry. Through the zone, grounded out to Zakil Walters at second base, who will make the play over to Cruz Maui Care for the outs. And then we'll retire the side for the third outs. We'll just double check if we're continuing. I'm sure we are because there's still time on the clock. Yep, we're going to come back with the bottom of the fourth as we continue this one with Stream leading St. Peter's 4 runs to 3.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Take this for example. This wine turret doesn't look very well designed. So we called the tank manufacturer to check. We asked, why is the turret away from the side of the tank? They said, because it's always been that way. So we had to think. What if the turret was next to the catwalk? Sounds good. So that's what we did. Now the wine turret is better designed, better value, easier to use, and safer. I think that deserves a toast. Apollo Projects. No assumptions, better outcomes.
Learn Purako. Explore Te Taiao. Whaimai. Tūhura ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
At Apollo Projects, we create better outcomes because we never make any assumptions. Like at this dairy dryer. The cladding on the building that houses the dairy dryer needed to be replaced. So, they called us up. First, we inspected the cladding. The cost implications of shutting the dryer down were huge, particularly from the loss of production, which is much higher than the actual reclad costs. So, we came together as a team.
Whakapiripiri mai, whakatatata mai, ko te whakataitai āmotu mō ngā kāreti tēnei ko te poiu ko te kēmu. Ara no atu rā ngā tatauranga whā ki te toru, ara ko hato patariki ki whakatiki koe ke ai. No reira, tauti mai, nau mai anō.
Kia ora eru. We're in the bottom of the fourth here. St. Pat's into bat now. St. Patrick's College Silverstream leading this game 4 runs to 3. They got the completed innings in the last at bat. So whatever happens on here. But we are looking at the time about 9 minutes to go on the clock. And first into bat, Zakil Walters is on first. And now Lee Ron. The centre fielder into bat now. Gets his call from Coach Crispy. Pitch is set straight into it. Ooh, lucky it didn't touch him there. Very.
Equal harmony here. Nā, kei te kite hoki, kua huri ngā kaiapa mō Hato Pētara, change the picture. It's adjudicator and bit of a discussion happening between
trying to work out what's what's going on. Oh, he loves to talk, mate. He loves to talk. And the strikeout, and we've had a pitching change actually.
Yeah, Rāori ā mai, stepping up to the plate koe ki te taumata. Ara I puti kia mua ki rā. So changed with Nesbitt. Nesbitt, of course, to haere ki te papa tuatahi.
Ball called. No swing on that one. Harry Muir, the leadoff batter, into bat now. Two for flinching. Over the top of the catcher. Catcher is still Dufty. Walters makes his way to second base. 2 balls, no strikes. Zakil there. Muir gets under it, sends it way back. And it's over the fence. An automatic home run by Harry Muir. who scores Sakil Walters for the Stream side. And now himself.
Kātahi anō te haukurutanga ko tēnā, e mihia ia e o no hoa. Me te ki kua tuatu rā ki te rangi tū hāhā, kei tuatu i te whakatato hariko rawa o ana ho kei roto rā i te pauaka. Ka pai, ka pai, ka pai.
Outstanding little Harrison Muir. Outstanding hit. And here he talks to his mate from Hutt City, little Reedy. Well done, kid. Now into bat. Now the second batter, Jacoby Marino. Ball goes straight down for dead. Look at that. I think he's pretty happy with his efforts, don't you?
That's going on his Instagram
Yeah,
story. I would.
Oh, little Caleb. Little Caleb Stevenson. Yes, the wheels from Marino.
Ai, kua haumaru here, kua eke rā ki...
That is why you run it out always. Even if you ground out to second base, you got to back yourself and get there and give your team that option to be a base runner.
Ai, kua wai para huti huti ke yeah, fast feet. Unfortunately, I never got that nickname at school, wai para huti huti.
Now batting Cruz Maui Kia, who got the in the park home run with that shot to right field in his last at bat. Grounded out at shortstop with his first at bat. Through the zone, where Maui Kia pops up to centre field. Marino tags up and gasses it to second. Good work from the young Marino. Maui Kia moving the runner just like he's supposed to. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. We are coming up to time, and surely it will be it soon. But into bat now is the pitcher, Tyrone Robinson. Hard shot to the hot corner in his last at bat. Grounded out to third in his first at bat. And he's pretty decent on the hill during this one as well.
Tuku atu rā ki ngā wai tērā. Shot at the feet.
Robinson asking the question if it takes the base, but I'm guessing he didn't sell it on the hit by pitch. Through the zone for a swing and a miss. Two balls, one. Good swing pitch there. Inside.
You get the sense as you're approaching the end, just have a crack.
Yeah.
We're going to have Māori getting ownership rights recognised in the taku taimwana.
So they created legislation.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that.
Great shot there from Robinson. Straight up the middle to the outfield and scores the runner, but they're going to call game on time anyway. So there you have it. St. Patrick's College Silverstream win this one in the bottom of the 4th. 7 runs to 3. Edu on debut. How'd you find that one?
He pai, he rawe hoki. This was definitely a battle of two teams that are reflective of being second and third. And a couple of interesting matchups there, especially between both the pitchers, Nesbitt and Robinson as well. But for me, I think this sums it up right here, which is For me, though, it was the hit over the fence, automatic home run in the third innings. That's it to me. But at the end of the day, whanaungatanga, that's the winner at the end of the day. Ha kina kina and hauora as well.
Outstanding. Well, appreciate having you in here. Silverstream have booked their spot against Mount Albert Grammar this afternoon, and they will take them on to see who will go through to the final tomorrow morning. But appreciate you all joining us for the broadcast for this one, just the first one, as we keep building up towards Championship Friday tomorrow. But for Iru Piranihi and calling the colour, and the Te Reo, as well as the rest of the team, Damien Collins on the play-by-play. We appreciate you all. We'll see you on the next one.